Yes, ready? Here, start. I am in sympathy with some of the views expressed. It is true that we should take responsibilities which we should be able to discharge well, and I think even the most critical members will be satisfied that we have taken such responsibilities very selectively and discharged them well. It may be that there are certain concerns which were really beyond redemption, yet we have been making a sort of effort, and that effort is well worth it. Now, take the case of India Electric Works. Even as a working concern, it is still in bad shape. The government were compelled to take it over because otherwise it had to close down, and a large number of workers were to be thrown out of employment. That was one of the reasons why we took it over, but then we cannot go on taking definitely such responsibilities at the cost of the taxpayers money. There is a limit to it, and what is the limit to such cases? My only intention is that to the best of its capacity, whatever is possible, the government should try to bring about improvements, and this provision of one extension alone should not stand in the way. Therefore, the amending bill gives powers to the government to extend control by periods of 2 years at a time, but by not more than 10 years in all after the expiry of the initial period of 5 years. In that period, it is supposed that the concern would be set in order. That is the intention. I am sure that this amendment will have helpful both to the private industry as well as to whatever the government does. In such cases, it is desirable in every way. The honorable member referred to various companies which were mismanaged. I know of many cases, but my own and the government's policy is that they should take responsibility in such matters after careful scrutiny and examination, and that meets the point raised by some other friends too. We should not take over such responsibility indiscriminately. We are carefully, and once a responsibility is taken, the intention is to perform it well. That is why it is not possible to take over many more concerns, yet it may be desirable, despite the limitations of the government, to take over the control and management of concerns in the country's interests, and where the public interest is involved. The government cannot simply plead that its hands are full. We cannot shirk that responsibility when public interest is involved. I can assure the House that we shall not hesitate to serve the public interest